Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into a story that resonates. It's got music, fame, definitely some heartbreak, but also sisterhood.
Hmm.
And this isn't just rehashing old gossip. We're basing this deep dive on a really detailed account, the Griffin sisters' harmonious journey. It promises to go, beyond the headlines to the actual human story.
Yeah, the real stuff behind the image.
Exactly. So our mission here is to explore how these two young women, Cassie and Zoe Griffin, captured the world with their music, their harmonies.
Amazing harmonies.
Right. But then how they had to deal with the fallout, really, the dissonance that fame can bring into your life.
Hmm.
This is about more than just pop music. It's identity, self-worth, family ties, all that complex stuff.
And what's so interesting in the Griffin sisters' harmonious journey is that, well, they weren't born famous.
Not at all.
No nepotism babies
Yeah,
here.
they earned it. The book really paints this picture of them growing up in like a regular New Jersey suburb.
Their childhood was, pop radio, watching MTV like everyone else back then, and just hours and hours practicing together.
Wow.
Cassie, she's the older one. By 2 years, she apparently had this real knack for melody, for writing.
Musical core.
Yeah. And Zoe, total charisma.
Yeah.
Just a natural performer, could connect with anyone, and together. Well, the book says they were just electric.
That contrast, right. And then came the big break. The account describes it almost like a movie scene.
It really does. Just a local producer at a high school talent show.
It just happens to be there.
Yep. Overhears them singing.
Yeah.
And bam, everything changes.
Imagine that whirlwind. Suddenly it's recording studios, dance practice, meetings.
The tense stuff for teenagers.
Totally. And they signed their first record deal at, what, 16 and 14?
16 and 14.
Yeah.
The book calls that time like exhilarating, but also super disorienting for them. I mean, naturally.
I bet.
And it really was an explosion right away. Their first album, Neon Hearts, it wasn't just a success, it was huge. A commercial phenomenon, as the source puts it.
That main single was everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. Straight to #1.
Yeah.
Defined that summer, didn't it?
It really did.
And suddenly, they were just omnipresent. Videos on MTV constantly, spreads in all the teen magazines, doing the late-night talk show circuit.
Right, with the matching outfits and everything.
Exactly. The coordinated look, the super catchy songs, they became, and this is a quote from the book, America's new obsession. It really seemed like, they were unstoppable.
Yeah, from the outside it looked perfect. But as the Griffin sisters' harmonious journey shows us, even then, behind the curtain, cracks were starting to form.
Little things.
And it's fascinating how differently they handled it all. Zoe just bloomed in the spotlight, right?
Totally. She was a natural, smiling for cameras, connecting with fans. It was like breathing for her.
The Cassie.
Yeah, Cassie felt really out of place. The book makes a big point of this. She loved making the music. She loved that part.
But hated the rest.
Hated the attention, the constant performance off stage. It felt like she was playing a role, a role that just wasn't her.
That must have been incredibly difficult, especially seeing her sister thrive in it.
Exactly. And Zoe's ease maybe even highlighted Cassie's discomfort, started to sort of drive a quiet wedge between them. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, so that arc, it's quite something. From that incredible public rise to the crushing weight that came next. The account talks about the pressure for their second album, Electric Bloom. It wasn't just hoped it would be good. It was like,
A demand.
yes, a demand from the label. Bigger, bolder, better. That kind of pressure, the scrutiny.
It changes things. It has to.
And it clearly strained their relationship, which had seemed so solid. Zoe, being the performer, kind of leaned into the fashion side, the collaborations, the early days of social media.
She embraced the whole package.
While Cassie pulled back, more withdrawn. The book mentions her just hiding out in hotel rooms with her guitar.
While Zoe's walking red carpets.
Yeah. Right. And those creative differences, they apparently escalated, became actual arguments.
Yeah, not just disagreements anymore.
Until that infamous live show where Cassie just walked off stage mid-song.
Oh, I remember the headlines. Tabloids went crazy. Assumed it was some huge fight.
Of course. But the book reveals something much more. Well, sad, really. She was having a panic attack.
Wow.
Feeling completely overwhelmed, like her own voice, her actual music was just lost in the noise, in the machine.
That makes so much sense, given what we know now about her discomfort. That moment, as the account details it, was clearly a breaking point.
A major one.
Yeah. After that, Cassie just quietly disappeared from the industry. No big announcement, no farewell, just gone.
Seeking anonymity.
Completely. She enrolled in college, used a different name, and just focused on studying music composition, getting back to the craft, you know.
For herself this time.
Exactly. Creating without the pressure, without the spotlight, rediscovering why she loved it in the first place.
And meanwhile, Zoe
launched a solo career. And a pretty successful one, actually. Her album Sugar and Storm did really well.
Proving she could do it alone.
Right. It was a statement.
Mm.
But even with that success, the book notes she admitted, privately, how much she missed Cassie. Apparently there were old songs they used to sing together that she just couldn't perform solo. Said they didn't make sense without Cassie's harmony.
Wow. That's powerful.
It really is. And it underlines what the account suggests, that it wasn't just a simple feud like the media painted it. It was pride, deep hurt, keeping them apart, even when family and friends tried to bridge the gap.
That private pain versus the public narrative, it's a recurring theme, isn't it?
Definitely.
And then years go by, the industry moves on, but things have a way of coming back around.
Nostalgia's a powerful force.
Totally. So it's the 10th anniversary of Neon Hearts, and apparently some podcasts doing a look back at, like, pop icons of the early 2000s.
Right, brings them back into the conversation.
Exactly. Old clips start going viral again. Fans, who are now adults, are reminiscing. But the real turning point, the catalyst for them actually reconnecting, it was something Zoe did.
Ah, the acoustic version.
Yes. She releases the stripped-down, incredibly raw acoustic version of Firefly Eyes, their first big hit. And she dedicates it just simply to Cassie. The video was apparently very emotional, very real.
No big production.
None. And Cassie saw it, and after all those years, she reached out.
Finally.
Yeah. And their reunion wasn't some PR stunt. It happened quietly, over coffee, no cameras. The book says they just talked, laughed, cried, admitted how much the pressure in the industry had pulled them apart.
That first real conversation after years apart must have been intense.
You have to imagine.
So this brings up a really interesting point, right? What does a new beginning even look like after all that? After a relationship has been so fractured, especially so publicly?
Yeah, how do you rebuild?
Well, for Cassie and Zoe, the account really stresses it wasn't about becoming pop stars again. Not at all.
No comeback tour planned.
No. It was about rebuilding their bond as sisters. Slowly, patiently, taking walks, talking honestly, writing music again, but just for them.
Not for an album, not for radio.
Just for the sake of creating together again, reconnecting through that shared love, but without the industry baggage.
That sounds healthy.
It does. Eventually, the book mentions they did agree to one performance. Very small scale.
Oh.
An intimate benefit concert for a mental health foundation. Just a few songs, small audience, no big spectacle.
Just them and their instruments.
Exactly. Two sisters, their voices, their truth. And the audience, many who'd grown up with Neon Hearts, apparently people were weeping.
Wow.
Not because it was flawless pop, but because it was so real. You could feel the journey in the music. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, the Griffin sisters' harmonious journey really shows how healing often starts quietly, doesn't it? Away from the applause. It's about redefining what success even means.
Absolutely. So when you boil it all down, what this story, this deep dive tells us, it's not just about the tunes or the charts.
No, much deeper.
It's about identity and how hard it is to hold on to your true self when the world wants a certain version of you. It's about family, those complex bonds. And yeah, the real cost of living under that constant scrutiny.
The microscope effect.
Right. It shows how even the brightest spotlight can create the darkest shadows, but also how healing is possible, even after everything. Their greatest hit, maybe, wasn't a song.
Yeah.
It was choosing to love each other again, choosing to find that harmony again, even after it all fell apart, writing their own ending, you know.
That's beautifully put. It really resonates. And it kind of leaves us with a question, doesn't it, for you listening? How do you choose to rewrite your own melody in your own life? Especially when things get tough, when outside pressures challenge who you are or strain those really important relationships.